Hello, and welcome to First Lady Style, the #1 podcast for all things fashion, beauty, and First Lady Style. I'm Eleanor Roosevelt. I have the distinct honor to be the first longest running First Lady of the United States of America. I was in office from 1933 through 1945. What a distinct honor and privilege. Yes. Okay, so on today's episode of First Lady Style, I am making it all about Eleanor Roosevelt. And Eleanor is flawless, so of course I had to do the episode about her. Hold on, let me show my look for those watching the video. Oh my god, I look just like Eleanor. Yes, with the fur coat and the shiny tights, etc. And the hair definitely. Right? So anyway, so this week I was going to make it all about Jill Biden's latest looks. They were fierce. Or Meghan Markle, they were fierce. There were a lot of fierce looks this week. But, I mean, I was shocked that Eleanor Roosevelt ended up being the top news because, wow, that's a throwback. But Eleanor Roosevelt is back. She has a new TV show / biopic. It's like a movie miniseries. And she also has a Barbie doll. And oh my god, wait, let's see. The big Eleanor Roosevelt news this week was that there's Eleanor Roosevelt's home sold for $16 million. That her home looked fierce. Like there's an entire elaborate staircase. There's all these different kinds of fireplaces in that home. I mean, let's see, hold on. There's at least 2 fireplaces that it showed. There's probably more. I would like to stay at that Eleanor Roosevelt home. It looks fierce. I mean, wow. But anyway, Eleanor was one of the most important first ladies because, of course, she was the longest running first lady. She was in office for usually it's 2 terms max, but she stayed in office for 3 terms. And obviously, Eleanor made history as being the first ever first lady to host a radio show, she had her own magazine column, the first ever first lady to have a magazine column, the first ever first lady to have a newspaper column, and she also made history as the first ever first lady, or anyone in the White House in general, to have her own team of people of color. And she was actually, most important, an activist for equality. She arranged for all these long-running groups and institutions in the White House that were against people of color. She arranged for those groups to be removed from the White House. She had them completely abolished. She replaced it with organizations of people of color. She used her position through the 12 years to redirect money to communities that were predominantly people of color who were obviously suffering from segregation, and to redirect the money to communities that accepted people of color and communities that were open to accepting people of color. And obviously she encouraged more communities to be open to people of color. So she was very fierce, very historic, and she rocked all those epic, flawless fur looks, the flawless hair. She completely served. She was that glamazon. So I love Eleanor Roosevelt. She's fierce, even though she has long passed away, but her place in history, she's an icon. She's glamazon. And now she has her own biopic movie miniseries. She is being played by Gillian, what is her name? Gillian Anderson? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with her other than that Gillian was in X-Files, and I watched an episode of X-Files that starred Shangela as a prostitute fighting aliens. That was a good episode. I love Shangela. But I I mean Gillian is pretty, so I think she could be a good Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm not that familiar with her acting, but she looks pretty and like she could be a good Eleanor Roosevelt. I hope they bring the glamour because Eleanor was fierce. Uh, let's see, what else? What else? Dun dun dun. Here's a picture of Eleanor's wedding dress. Eleanor's wedding dress looks fierce. I mean, that was long before she was first lady, but I mean, all that flowing white, the flowers look wild. I mean, I love flowers. I love the hair and the giant shoulder pads. Oh my god, that's fierce. Let's see. I had the distinct honor of signing the Declaration of Independence so that all humans may have equality and independence. So the other big news this week, obviously, it was that Eleanor wrote, by the way, my look is completely inspired by one of Eleanor's famous fur coat looks. Pretty much every other photo of her is of her in epic fur coats. She is fierce. Oh my god, this is probably the most fierce first lady of all time, the greatest first lady of all time, and I mean, she used her power for good, so good for Eleanor. But the big news this week was that Eleanor has her own Barbie. Oh my god, I am excited. I am ordering that Barbie. I'm not that into the dress. I mean, the dress is pretty, but it's a flower dress. I feel like I associate Eleanor more with fur. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that Barbie should have had a fur coat. They did get several elements of Eleanor right. Like, I mean, she wears the shiny skin color tights like Beyonce. I mean, same. But I mean, they also got the pearl necklace right. I feel like they got the hair color right. They got the hairstyle right. She frequently wore those hats. They got that element right. But I mean, I don't know. The pearl necklace is a cute addition, but I don't know. I feel like if I get that doll, I would want to put a fur coat on it and put it in a maybe different outfit. I feel like some of her looks have slightly more, she's a classy lady, but her looks have slightly more plunging cleavage, so I would probably want her in a sexier dress. I would want a fur coat. I think they got the shoes right, but I would probably trade them for Louboutins. I don't know, so I would probably add a fur coat, trade the shoes for Louboutins. But I mean, it is a good doll. It looks fierce. I'm totally pre-ordering it. I see that it's on Mattel's website. It's also available at Walmart. And they showed a picture of what the doll is inspired by. It shows the flower dress that she wore in a black and white photo. But I mean, I feel like she should have been wearing fur. I mean, it looks like they used that bright purple, whatever theme, to represent the whole women's unity, etc. So I think that was a good thought, but I would have liked to have seen Eleanor wearing fur. I don't know, but yeah, I'm definitely getting it, and I'm definitely putting it in a fur coat, and yeah, I think Eleanor's fears. So thank you for tuning in. What a distinct honor and privilege to be able to be on First Lady style. If anyone thinks that I should do a different First Lady, member of the royal family, politician, simply get on my social media and let me know. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Thanks a lot, and see everyone next time.